About 10 minutes from the top of the hour, you're with 1490 WDAN Eric Loy here in the studio, and Doc Ashton's normally here this time on Friday mornings, but he is out of town on the way to college orientation, but he just wants to remind you that the Root Canals are going to be playing in Lincoln Park Sunday night at 7, which is the normal municipal band time. He says it will be cool and perfect, so everyone should come out and hear them since it's free, and they'll start up again on the 29th of July and play through August. But the Root Canals playing in Lincoln Park this Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And my beautiful wife, Misty, is here with me in the studio this morning. Good morning, Misty.
Good morning.
And you and I have seen Doc play, 3 or 4 times now.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times. And you actually got a chance to go up and sing a little bit with him.
Yeah.
First time in a while you've been up on stage. But
yeah.
What do you like about Doc and his music?
Doc is very interactive.
Yeah.
With the band. And it doesn't matter who's up there playing. He's very maestro-ish, when it comes to every section, even the sound, how he wants the sound to be portrayed to the audience.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a master, I think, at it. I mean, that's just how I feel.
He's very comfortable up there.
Yeah, and he's fun. He really makes it fun.
Yeah. And one thing that we've heard him play, I said several times, several different outdoors, indoors, big crowds, smaller crowds. But the performance is always heartfelt.
Yeah.
And the music is just a little different from the first time to the second time, the third time.
Well, that's what I've told him, and I couldn't wait. I was just itching under the skin to be able to tell him it doesn't matter how often you go to a show, there's always something you take with you.
Right. That
you remember and you hear it as if it was right there in front of you every day for the rest of your life. Every time you recall that moment, it's always there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
a moment in time that just stands still when you go to his concerts.
Yeah, and we're very lucky around here because we've got so many different avenues to go and watch music, whether it's Doc Ashton and the Root Canals or the Symphony Orchestra, which was awesome when we went to it over at Dick Van Dyke. That just filled the place.
Yes.
To the various, Danville Light Opera's got stuff going on. We've been to Jake Surd stuff.
Yes.
And killed my eardrums, but some good stuff, and kids out there just thrashing
what I
away.
enjoy most about Surd is the fact his integrity on the stage and to the public.
Yeah,
the public. I mean, if you contact him, he gets back with you right away.
Yeah.
And he takes care. You see him taking care of things.
Yeah.
And the people on the stage, the guests.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He is.
But we're very lucky. I mean, in a community this size, in a county like this, sometimes your options are extremely limited.
Yes.
And maybe you wait till the whatever county fair comes up, and the guys who did it last year get together and do it again and haven't played.
Right.
And it takes them a while to get into the swing of things. But we just very like a lot of local bands and a lot of different styles. And Doc Ashton's group is based in jazz, but that doesn't stop them from doing all sorts of other songs.
He's the chameleon of jazz.
Yes. I'll tell him next time.
He is
a jazz chameleon.
It's nothing for him to throw out an old 60s tune in that jazz, It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Or, a religious theme.
Yes.
Or a little Brazil stuff, which is...
Well, no, they're not. They was doing these steel drums.
Yeah.
I would have loved more than anything to have seen that.
I was hoping to ask him about that this time.
I really wanted to see that.
Remind me next time so I can ask him about that next week. But he'll be back next week with more sweet treats and good dental health. And you and the doc keep exchanging recipes. Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. What is really fun about this is when he uses them, you got full credit.
Yeah.
But it's
not my recipe.
Yes. We've been together now for a little over 4 years now, and we've traveled a bit. We get lost a lot.
I'm not saying a word.
You can't, because it's true. Huh?
I don't mind being lost. It's the fact that we take the scenic routes in the middle of the night that gives me an issue.
It's 2-lane roads in the middle of the mountains at 2:00 in the morning, with trucks coming from both sides.
One thing I'm glad though, we both have these temperaments where it's not really a big issue. You know, when you've been in cars with people that literally throw fits and temper tantrums and just make the ride miserable.
Yeah.
Me and you are just like, well, that's an interesting little area there. I never thought of a trailer on the side of the hill like that. You know,
I wonder how that's hanging on.
Look at that goat just hanging off the side there.
Well, when we go through the mountains like that, you know, I'm to the point now. I'm pretty much over mountains.
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready to see something flat.
I mean,
you know.
I love the drive down to Georgia, and folks, I don't know if I related this, but the kids have moved back up north and tell me,
yay!
They've been living in Aiken, South Carolina, which is a beautiful area.
Yes,
but it's a heck of a drive.
Yes,
and now they're going to be up a lot closer. But the drive down there is different and interesting for the first 2 hours, and then you get into Tennessee, which is a very long state if you drive east.
About like Indiana.
It's even
driving north to south.
Yeah, driving north to south in Illinois and Indiana.
Yep.
It's a very long state. And then you get into the mountains, which are nice to start with. But you know, by the time you get to about your sixth mountain, driving around and over and through, and 2 o'clock in the morning, you're pretty much done with mountains. And then I don't really get to see what's going on because I'm concentrating so much on keeping the car on the road that I don't really get to enjoy anything that's going on around us. But I've related this story a little bit before, but the last time we came back up, we had to go 300 miles out of our way because of a rock slide.
Rock slide. They had the roads closed, yes.
So we're going and we're looking for a gas station. And we haven't found any civilization that has a gas station for miles and miles and miles. And we're going up and around and over the mountains and all this stuff. You see something that looks kind of like a town, but it's really just kind of a shanty village. It's, you know, wouldn't want to stop at any point. So we finally come up to a town that has a little population sign underneath it instead of just a sign. And pull up to a gas station. You know, at that point, I was just get to whatever from the gas station and put something in the car. It was an old style gas pump, the ones with it doesn't have the digital, it had the rolling numbers.
Yeah.
And when we pulled up, both of us were kind of a little wary.
I was scared.
And you were scared. And I'm like,
it was just a scenic moment from a movie that you don't ever want to remember.
And I'm like, okay, there really isn't anybody around. I wonder if they're
standing there with their hands in their pockets looking at you like, mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it's even open. And then you see out of this window, this one head come up.
Yeah.
And stands up. He's got his hands in his pockets, kind of looking at us. Like, okay. And then right next to him comes another one, looks exactly the same way. Comes up over the window and looking at us. All right, hon, I'm looking for another gas station.
And, you know, just around the corner there it was, just a huge city with a huge gas station and a huge convenient mart.
You couldn't see it from where he was.
Just around that mountain.
Right around that mountain, the whole town. So we pulled in and we're like, thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
But at that point, we'd have paid $8 a gallon just to get in there and had some food and a real highway. I don't even care where the highway went at that point. But even our...
if I went to look on a map, I couldn't tell you where we was.
You can't read maps, honey.
I know.
You can't read maps, and I don't see well in the dark, and our GPS
I don't care how
us.
I try to understand a map. That when we went to go from Macon to Aiken, Macon to Aiken, and we had those specific instructions, you know, and directions.
From Georgia
and
natives.
I'm looking at the map and I'm going, okay, I see it here to there, and I'm leading you from here to there. And then we realized, no, there's another Macon on the map, and I'm leading you from another Macon.
Yes.
From another area. And I'm like, and you're like, oh, God. We ended up going clear back to Atlanta.
Right, and then backing up and going around
way
again.
back west to Atlanta, and then way back over east. And we didn't get there. What should have been a 2-hour, 3-hour trip.
There were streets that were open 24 hours. I know because it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was basically gun shop, liquor store, pawn shop, gun shop, liquor store, pawn shop,
Yes.
pawn shop.
That was scary.
All the way up, and it was very active. And
Very
we were
active
driving right
area.
through that at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So, and our GPS hates us.
Mm.
I mean, turn around now, morons.
I'm trying to form a relationship with it. It just ain't happening.
No, I don't think so. It's
I think Mr. McGellen's starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, it keeps trying to drive us off cliffs and things. Helen, you have a good day at work today?
It's Friday.
Yeah.
You just can't beat it. I'm just ready for Mondays to be outsourced. That's
Yeah.
that would be the ultimate high.
That would be good. I tell you what else.
Today, yeah, I'll take it.
Don't take your breaks outside today.
Yeah.
It'll be too
I
hot.
heard it's going to be bad.
It's worse than yesterday.
Yeah.
It's already bad. Thank you, hon.
No, thank you.
We'll be back in a bit here on 1490 WDAN.